Welcome to another spine-chilling episode of Mistress in the Darkness. I'm your host, Mistress Kenzie, and joining us as always is the beast from the deep, the darkness. Diving deep into the abyss, tonight we delve into the haunting world of horrors of the deep. From the eerie depths of the ocean, sunlight barely penetrates to the mysterious creatures lurking in the shadows. We'll explore the terrifying tales and legends that have haunted sailors and deep-sea explorers for centuries. So grab your life jacket, hold on tight, as we plunge into the dark, cold waters of the deep sea. Let's uncover the secrets and face the fears that dwell in the ocean's depths. Are you ready to confront the horrors of the deep? Let's get started.
Good evening. How are you, everybody? Long time no see. Sorry we have been away, but we are back. And we're going to fill your evening with chills tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Just imagine, back in the day, being a sailor aboard a square rigger, going around either the Cape of Good Hope or Cape Horn. It's a cold, wet night, too wet to be on deck, so you're below deck with your shipmates. We're back in times of rum, sodomy, and the lash.
Sounds like a really good evening, to be honest.
Yes, mistress. Back in the time of rum, sodomy, and the lash. Gentlemen, we can't call them gentlemen, the scurvy sea dogs drinking below deck, telling stories. Creatures that lurk beneath the ocean waves in the darkness. As the ships round the Cape, many never to be seen again, the scurvy sea dogs tell of tales of all sorts of horrors from below the ocean waves. From the Kraken to various nasties to the vampire octopus, all sorts of hideous creatures come and stalk the ships and stalk your dreams.
Hey everybody, we can see you. Sounds like we've got people saying it sounds like a good Saturday night. Agreed. I don't think we should just we shouldn't label it, you know what I mean? Saturday night, Monday morning, anytime really.
Just not on a Monday morning because you may have a little bit of trouble sitting down.
I've got little cushions, I'm fine. I'm organised.
If cushions work, seriously, you're not trying hard enough, my dear.
You haven't seen my cushions. Oh my goodness, golly gosh. Moving things around.
We are 7 minutes in, everybody, and it's started already.
Well, you know, 7 minutes, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all.
That's not too bad, yes. Yeah. Yes, agree, Nuggy 1983. Standing desks are brilliant.
That's true. You can always just suck it up, princess. Oh my gosh. In this first video, we slide under the waves to the monsters haunting our dreams and crawling into the subconscious of people all over the world, including H.P. Lovecraft. From the ancient texts of Necronomicon to the chilling tales of those who encountered this eldritch being, we explore the origins, mythology, and enduring legacy of Cthulhu. See you soon. Today we delve into the abyss of cosmic horror, exploring the enigmatic and terrifying entity known as Cthulhu. Conceived by the master of the macabre, H.P. Lovecraft, Cthulhu is not merely a creature, but a symbol of the unknown and unknowable lurking in the darkest corners of our imagination. In the depths of the Pacific Ocean, beneath the sunken city of Rael, lies Cthulhu, the great old one of immense power and malevolence. Described as a monstrous being with an octopus-like head, scaly rubbery body, and claws, Cthulhu's very form defies the boundaries of human comprehension. Its visage is a grotesque amalgamation of nightmare and reality, a testament to the horrors that lie beyond our understanding. Cthulhu's influence extends far beyond the physical form. It is said to be a source of pervasive subconscious anxiety that plagues humanity, a reminder of our insignificance in the grand tapestry of the cosmos. Cults around the world, from the swamps of Louisiana to the mountains of China, worship this eldritch being, seeking to awaken it from its death-like slumber. All makes Cthulhu truly terrifying is not its appearance or its cult, what it represents. Cthulhu embodies the existential dread of the unknown, the fear that there are forces of the universe far beyond our control or understanding. It's a reminder that in the grand scheme of things, we are but a tiny speck in an indifferent cosmos. Cthulhu was first introduced by H.P. Lovecraft in his short story The Call of Cthulhu, which was published in pulp magazine Weird Tales in 1928. This story marked the beginning of the Cthulhu mythos. a shared universe that has since inspired countless works of fiction, games, and other media. The story is structured as a series of interconnected narratives pieced together in the form of notes and papers from the late Professor George Gamal Angle, an expert in ancient languages and inscriptions. The story is renowned for its atmosphere of cosmic dread and exploration of themes such as insignificance of humanity in the vast universe and the terrifying potential of ancient unknowable forces. As we ponder the mythos of Cthulhu, let us embrace the thrill of the unknown and the mysteries that lie beyond the veil of our reality. For, in the words of Lovecraft himself, the most merciful thing in the world, I think, is the inability of the human mind to correlate all its contents. And as they say, nothing comes from nothing. Possibly in the deep dark corners of H.P. Lovecraft's mind, he knew something we didn't, and Cthulhu did really call for him. And now, as tangible as he is here, maybe he calls for us all. So Darkness, it's time for you to regale us with your gift to the dark.
Monsters of the Deep, everybody. One of the most well-known ones, clearly, is the Loch Ness Monster. A very dear friend of mine who passed away earlier this year actually fished Loch Ness and Loch Lomond and whatnot on a fishing tour of Scotland. And he said he didn't see Nessie while he was there, and he was very disappointed about that. Even though he was imbibing in a considerable amount of Scottish whiskey, he still did not see Nessie. But Nessie goes back a long, long way in history. Nessie goes back, the first recorded sighting of Nessie was in 565.
565.
So 565, the year 565.
Kraken.
Yeah. So Nessie is one of the oldest of the monsters of the deep, and almost 1,500 years later, she still has not been found. She, we don't know because nobody's found her.
They're old. They're probably having a big old nap. I'd be tired.
They could be having a big old nap. Sonar surveying of the loch has indicated various sonar anomalies that are the size of a dinosaur, and the anomalies do move on the sonar. So it has neither been confirmed nor has it been denied. And when a fact has neither been confirmed or denied, we must take the anecdotal evidence as being proven. So therefore, without any proof to the contrary, we must say Nessie exists.
Mm-hmm.
And Nessie must be a little bit shy because she doesn't wish to be found. But there again, there is stories dating back to the 700s of fishermen being pulled ashore that have been absolutely mauled and have teeth marks on them and scratches down their legs and their arms and whatnot. And there is no fish in the loch that is big enough to do that. So judge for yourself, good people. Judge for yourself.
Indeed, that's really interesting. I didn't realise it was so old, like the story said it was so old.
Yeah. Wow. Yes. A monk was the first person to record a sighting of Nessie, and that monk's name was Saint Columba, and he recorded his writings in the 7th century. So in the 600s, he was actually speaking to the person that had first seen the Loch Ness Monster and recorded it in his journal. And the priest, Saint Columba, when he was walking by the loch, he saw something capsize a boat and saw a fisherman being dragged across the water. And the monk, Saint Columba, made the sign of the cross and said to the creature, "This is not your venue, leave that person alone." And apparently when the priest, supposedly, as recorded in the priest's diary, when the priest said this, the monster let the fisherman go, and the fisherman was then pulled ashore by another boat that was on the loch.
Was he shocked by the date as well, by the 5th century? Shocked. And Nuggie said, "Send us some Merciful down there and have a look." I said, "I think they've done that." And then I said, "Send Cthulhu." But obviously we don't have Cthulhu's number. They've said that she's probably just irritated by humans, doesn't want to borrow us. Fair.
Could be. Very possible. Very
We're
possible.
noisy.
And I can't say the drummer.
Yeah. Like, we're noisy and we're gross and we throw shit into it. We're just over it.
Yeah.
And we've got
waiting for the Scots around the loch have probably been using it as a deep water ocean outfall for a long time.
Exactly.
So it's probably the Scottish equivalent of Bondi.
Someone's still waiting for the day the dragons descend from the skies, and most people are running. And I'm like, hey, my friends. Totally fair enough. Then they start talking about dragons, dragon movies. I love dragons. Totally into it. Rain of Fire is a very good movie.
Look, I have known plenty of dragons in my time. Mainly the two-legged variety. I have not actually met one with scales. I can say I've met several that breathe fire, but they've definitely got the two-legged. And they walk amongst us.
Dragon.
Hello, little dragon.
I have a dragon there because I did a Daenerys cosplay today. So I have my little dragon, because that's, as you do. But then dragons came up, so it just happens it's still sitting here. What are the odds of that? Thank you, whoever did. Someone said Cthulhu's number is written on the front cover of the Necromonicon in case he leaves his favourite book at the bus stop again. Oh my god. Oh, that is the best. That is so good.
Look, I thought his number was available because of the Optus hack, but hey, that's just me.
Oh my gosh. Apparently they have used a submersible a few times. Interesting read. Oh, there you go. Apparently they've tried it. Do you know anything about these submersibles they're sending down there?
No, look, apart from the ones that they sent to the Titanic, and they didn't return. But
No.
hey, look, let's ask for more of that.
Mm-hmm. There's
plenty of people we could send down on an imploding submarine. I don't have an issue with that at all.
No, and if they just want, like, it's just one that we make out of tin cans, then a certain range of people will put in there. And if it's an actual one that is waterproof, then that's different. A lot of people. Yes, I am suggesting just sending people bottom of the ocean.
I'm sure we can cobble together enough empty Coke cans to make a submersible. It's no problems.
I'm sure we can. No problem at all. Easy, and just some gaffer.
And get the engineering department at the uni to actually put it together. After they've spent 4 or 5 hours at uni bar, it'll be fine. Trust me.
It'll be fine. No problem. 4 or 5 hours at the uni pub. What Nuggy said that he will just stay ashore. If that's okay with us, I think that's all right, Nikki. We weren't planning on putting you in this particular.
Yeah, no, not yourself, sir. Not yourself.
No,
not yourself.
No, none of our viewers. Except for that one, you know who I'm talking about. No, I'm joking. Oh goodness gracious! They're all living politicians in the UK. That we could do that. We could definitely do that.
Lilith, I take exception with that. Answer. You have left out something very important. All politicians, period.
Flat, yeah.
All politicians, period. Not just in the UK.
Yeah, don't leave all the other countries just fucking around. All the UK.
Yeah, all AUKUS politicians, yes. All AUKUS politicians.
For the world.
Do it for the kids.
It reminds me of the episode of The Simpsons where Lisa Simpson said to Lionel Hutt's attorney at law, "Can you imagine a world without lawyers?" And he shuddered.
Oh.
I could, but the lawyer wouldn't. No. Lawyers, prostitutes, and I'll just stick with those two.
There's nothing wrong with working girls.
No. I'm saying they get lots of money. I'm saying they get they get lots of money from politicians. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with them at all. Yeah. Everyone, it is very clear my view of them all over the internets. Much to some people's dismay.
Working girls have tended to receive some rather large brown paper envelopes from politicians, especially in the city that has the bridge over the water.
Indeed.
and other places as well. The city in the northern part of Australia that they like to refer to as Las Vegas, very famous for giving ladies of the night brown paper envelopes stuffed with money to look the other way.
Yeah, true. Do they actually like put them in brown envelopes? That just sounds a bit pointless. Why don't
No,
you
we
do gift
did.
cards? My baby Drogon is cute. I know. No, it's not going to gobble little girls. Don't. Well, you can gobble little girls if you want to. I'm not going to judge you. No, I'm not. Just make sure it's consensual. Consensual gobbling. After this short break, we'll continue our trip under the salty waves, dragging us deeper into the abyss. Grab a drink, and we'll be back in 3 minutes.
We'll be back.
Our next video begs us to follow it down and deep into our own watery, haunted graves, seducing and destroying sailors since the dawn of time. We introduce Mermaids and Sirens. We'll see you after, if you survive the song. Gather round as we dive into the enchanting and mysterious world of mermaids and sirens, creatures that have captivated human imagination for millennia. Mermaids and sirens have very distinct origins and characteristics that make them uniquely fascinating. Let's begin with mermaids. Those alluring beings with the upper body of a human and the tail of a fish. The earliest known mermaid stories date back to the ancient Assyria, around 1000 BC. The legend of the goddess Artargates, who in her grief and shame, after accidentally killing her mortal lover, transferred into a mermaid. This tale of transformation and sorrow sets the stage for countless mermaid myths across cultures. Mermaids have been depicted in various forms throughout history, from the protective figurines of the Neo-Assyrian period to the enchanting sireness of medieval Europe. They symbolize the duality of nature, both nurturing and destructive, embodying the beauty and the peril of the sea. In many cultures, mermaids are seen as omens, their appearance foretelling storms or shipwrecks, while in others, they are guardians of the ocean's treasures. Now let's turn our gaze to the sirens of the Greek mythology. Unlike mermaids, sirens were originally depicted as bird-like creatures with the head of a woman. These fearsome beings perched on rocky crags, luring sailors to their doom with their irresistible songs. The most famous encounter with the sirens is found in Homer's Odyssey, where Odysseus, curious about their song, orders the crew to plug the ears with beeswax and tie them to the mast of the ship. The siren's song, though beautiful, is deadly, leading sailors to crash upon the rocks. Over time, the images of sirens have evolved. By the Hellenistic period, they began to take more aquatic features, resembling mermaids we recognise today. This transformation was influenced by the blending of different mythologies and the artistic imagination of time. The siren's seductive and dangerous nature was transferred to the mermaid legend of Europe, where they continued to enchant and terrify sailors. Today, mermaids and sirens continue to inspire art, literature, and popular culture. From Hans Christian Andersen's tragic The Little Mermaid to the mesmerising sirens in modern films, these mythical beings remain a symbol of the unknown depths of the human psyche and the natural world. As we explore these legends, we are reminded of the power of storytelling and the enduring allure of the sea. Mermaids and sirens, with their dangerous beauty, invite us to look beyond the surface and discover the mysteries that lie beneath. Sirens have been a captivating subject in art throughout history, evolving in their depiction of ancient times to the modern era. In classical Greek art, sirens were often depicted as a hybrid creature with the body of a bird and the head of a woman. They were frequently shown playing musical instruments, symbolising their enchanted and deadly song. During the medieval period, the image of the sirens began to shift. Influenced by Christian symbolism, sirens were often portrayed as temptresses, embodying the dangers of carnal desire. This period saw sirens depicted more frequently with a fish-like tail, blending their images with that of mermaids. Renaissance artists continued this trend, emphasising the siren's seductive nature in their roles as a symbol of temptation and sin. Today, sirens and mermaids continue to inspire artists across different media, literature to visual artists. They remain a powerful symbol of mystery, danger, and the unknown, reflecting their enduring fascination with the mythical and supernatural. People still say they see them when they go to the beach. Who knows? Do you think they existed? There you go.
The giant Pacific octopus. Calamari, anybody? Actually, that's squid. The giant Pacific octopus, the largest one that has been captured ever to be recorded, was over 30 feet in diameter, which is across the head. And the octopus weighed over 600 pounds. So that is around about 280 kilos.
That's one big head.
Now, it is said that the giant Pacific octopus is so aggressive and so dangerous that whales have been seen that have actual marks on the whale from the suckers of the octopus where they've tangled with the octopus and actually come off second best.
Really? I would imagine so. It's giant. That's how it looks.
Yeah. The suckers would be the size of a toilet seat. Imagine one of those over you. No, thank you.
No, thank you. Definitely not.
No,
so
no, thank you.
So you've gone through what would be a good night, and now what would be a not so good one. Not saying bad.
That would be very much a not so good night. That would be a very much not so good night.
So many like really, really creepy things down there. Like this really terrifies me. It's actually one of my major phobias. Is what's under like the ocean.
It would be really interesting. Like they keep wanting to send people down to view the wreck of the Titanic and et cetera, et cetera. But I think it would be really interesting to send a submersible down there and leave it down there for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Recording footage of the creatures like at a 3 and 4 mile depth to just show us what is lurking on the bottom, especially the bottom of the Pacific, because the Pacific is a lot different to the Atlantic. Being a warmer body of water, would be interesting to see waters down there.
It would be, and with AI and stuff like that nowadays.
We don't want AI. We want real. We actually want to see what is down there at the bottom.
Yeah, but like we've got AI computers now, so we can have the AI running the thing. So like making sure it, if it catches things, knowing what to look for, all that kind of stuff. It can be like we can do so much with technology. So why can't we chuck something down there and just leave it and wait? Because I mean, they're not used to things coming and going down. They would scatter. So why don't we just?
Well, exactly. Yeah. So it'll have to go down there and it'll have to sit there a while. I mean, let's seriously look at this. We need to put a trail cam at the bottom of the Marianas Trench. That's what we need to do. That should be a segment of human endeavor. Let's put a trail cam at the bottom of the Marianas Trench. Look, most of us that are along here this evening, I'm sure most of us have gone on an investigation of a graveyard at some point in time or a haunted church. So it's no different going down to the Titanic, apart from the fact that you need millions and millions of dollars to do it.
And it's underwater. Lots and lots of water.
Yes.
Don't like that. I'm not going. You can't make me.
Water doesn't worry me.
I'm fine on top of water, and if I can see what's going on, absolutely fine. Like I used to be, like I was training to be a swimmer, and I used to be a diver and like go deep down. But as long as I can see what's going on, I can't see. Then I had a problem with. I ran in with a shark, and I ran in with rips, because I was, anyway, and after that, I can't do it. I have problems like just.
See, I used
to love just swimming in the ocean. It's like just swimming out as far as I could and then swimming back. But times have changed.
See, I used to love. I swam in dams that were filthy dirty that you couldn't see in it. You had zero visibility. Swam in rivers where you couldn't see the bottom because the water was dirty or the water was just that dark.
Come up with leeches all over you. You're just like, yeah, totally. Like, we used to do that too. Just jump into everything. But then things happen. That's how phobias happen. Something happens.
But one of my favourite river swimming spots, and I urge you, subscribers, to actually jump into Google and type in Mermaid Pools, New South Wales, Australia. Just probably about 400 metres from the spot where I always used to swim is the most astonishingly beautiful natural waterway. And Lilith, they don't look like camels. They don't look like cows. They look like camels.
Camels moo. They move across deserts. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, really? Oh my goodness. My goodness.
I am so suddenly overwhelmed with regret.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I mean, I do overly sexual jokes and make everyone uncomfortable there. Then I do really bad dad jokes, make everyone uncomfortable there. If I don't get face palms or oohs, then I'm not doing my job right.
overly sexual jokes. We've got to have one before the evening is out, Mistress.
I am one. Done.
There is a rather nasty creature, a very deep-dwelling creature known as the vampire octopus. Now, the vampire octopus doesn't have tentacles like its traditional brethren do. The vampire octopus has more of a hood, and the hood is actually lined with teeth, and it uses the teeth to actually grab its prey and drag it towards its mouth. Only a small creature, it's only about a metre long, but a rather nasty, hideous-looking creature, not unlike what you find at nightclubs, usually at about 3:30 in the morning.
Oh, nice one. I like that.
But yes, rather an unpleasant creature, and not sort of one that you would want to come across in your swims out in the ocean. But it's not a shallow dwelling one. It is a very deep dwelling creature. And if you were swimming at the depths that it swam at, well, good luck to you. And you probably wouldn't be making it back to shore anyhow. So you'd be vampire octopus food.
What a cool way to die. Terrifying and terrible. But imagine, like, let's say there is an afterlife and everyone's going, oh, how did you die? I got eaten by a vampire octopus.
Yeah, tell us another one, mate.
You'd be a king.
You would.
Oh gosh.
We'll have to recommend that to that show. 100 Weird Ways to Die.
Yes, definitely. I don't think we should be recommending ways to die, but here's a good way to die.
The gutter is such a fun place for a mind to live, Nuggy.
It's set up just perfectly. I finally got everything right where it should be. All right? Don't come into my gutter and fuck around.
The gutter is such a wonderful place for a mind to dwell. And trust me, when your mind resides in the gutter, you can completely twist the mind of people that are 25 to 30 years younger than you. And that's all I'm going to say on that matter.
That's all you can do. Yeah, indeed. There's a reason we're friends.
No, look, I can say plenty, but if I say plenty, it'll get some other people in trouble. And they haven't consented to their names being used. So we won't
call them
anything.
Toppy and Frederica. Or not. Make up your own names.
I need 3 more.
You need 3 more? Okay. You can have Brock, Twanker, and Sluku. Better speeches. Okay, we've got a joke here. How does Burger King get Dairy Queen pregnant? He forgot to wrap his Whopper.
Oh, yeah, that's a dad joke. That is a dad joke.
I love it.
A sick dad joke, a dad joke that you'd tell to a 14-year-old.
I'm not telling him. I'm just trying to think of which ones of my jokes are actually going to be appropriate. None of them.
It's past 9 o'clock. It's past 9 o'clock. Hey, if we didn't lose my broadcast license, we're safe.
That's a very good point. That was orcs. I still have no idea what I said. I still because it wasn't recorded, it wasn't podcasted, it wasn't anything. I still have no clue what I fucking said.
It wasn't just you, it was the both of us.
Yeah, I don't know what we said. I know we went down a rabbit hole of fun, but I don't even know what was said.
We just went off on a bit of a tangent and we just kept going, and it was just like...
That's how we go.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Oh, I love it. Last but no means least, we return to sailor's plight, to that which has been seen in mythology since humans traversed the seas. We're speaking of the fearsome Kraken. Brace yourself as we plunge into the depths of the ocean to uncover the legend of the Kraken, a creature who has haunted the seas in our imagination for centuries. The Kraken is a legendary sea monster of enormous size, with its roots in ancient Scandinavian folklore. The term Kraken is derived from the Old Norse word krak, which means unhealthy animal or something twisted and curled. This monstrous being was said to dwell off the coast of Norway and Greenland, lurking beneath the waves, ready to rise and drag entire ships and crews to their watery grave. The earliest known accounts of the Kraken date back to the 12th century, when the King of Norway wrote about a monstrous sea creature he encountered during his voyages. By the 18th century, the Kraken had become a staple of sailor superstition and maritime lore. Interestingly, the legend of the Kraken may have been inspired by real-life sightings of giant squids, which can grow up to 15 metres, 50 feet, in length. These elusive creatures, with their massive tentacles and large eyes, likely fueled the terrifying tales told by sailors who braved the treacherous northern seas. The Kraken's fearsome image has been immortalised in art and literature. Hugo's Toilets of the Sea and Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea both feature monstrous cephalopods inspired by the Kraken legend. In modern times, the Kraken continues to captivate our imagination and appears in numerous films, books, video games, often depicted as a titanic beast capable of crushing ships with its tentacles. The Kraken's enduring appeal lies in its embodiment of the unknown and terrifying power of nature. Sailors of old had various methods and superstitions to protect themselves from the dreaded Kraken. While these methods were more about providing peace of mind than actual protection, they highlight the deep-seated fear and respect the sailors had for the sea and its mythical inhabitants. Sailors believed that Kraken inhabited specific regions of the ocean, particularly the water of the coast of Norway and Greenland. They would avoid these areas as much as possible. In some tales, sailors would offer sacrifices to appease the Kraken. This would include throwing livestock or even valuable items overboard in hopes to satisfy the creature and preventing an attack. Mariners often carried protective charms and amulets. This could be anything from religious symbols to specifically craft talismans to ward off the sea monsters. The belief in the power of these charms provided sailors with a sense of security. Sailors were a superstitious lot, and many believed in rituals and practices could help protect them from the Kraken. For example, some thought that whistling on a ship could summon strong winds and attract the Kraken, so they avoided it. Experienced sailors would share stories and knowledge about the Kraken and other sea monsters with the younger crew members. This oral tradition helped perpetuate the myths and also served as a way to pass down practical advice in navigating dangerous waters. While these methods might seem quaint or even humorous today, they underscore very real dangers sailors faced on the open sea and their need to find ways to cope with the unknown. The Kraken remains a powerful symbol of mysteries that lie beneath the ocean's surface. It reminds us of the vast, uncharted depths of the sea and the creatures that may still be discovered. As we continue to explore and understand our world's ocean, the legend of the Kraken serves as a testament to humanity's enduring fascination with the unknown. And who knows, could still be down there, just sleeping, waiting to rise. There we go. All done. Oh, I was meant to say
I am introducing a new rule, Mistress. Effective as of right now. Whenever a subscriber of yours mentions suck or sucking, they have to get you, if your subscriber is from Australia, they have to send you a virtual Chuppa Chup. If your subscriber is international, they have to send you a virtual Tootsie Pop.
What?
Because there's a lot of content there's a lot of comments here about sucking. So every time a subscriber mentions sucking,
I want a real Chuppa Chup.
Sorry?
Why can't I get a real Chuppa Chup? PO box.
Yeah.
I don't have a PO box. I should get one, just so people can send me Chuppa Chups.
Yes, exactly. And Tootsie Pops.
100%. I'll eat them on air. It'll be great. Great footage for everybody. Yeah. So all of that, and then Lily just goes suck balls.
Are we talking chef here, Lilith?
Chef, what?
Oh goodness me! I forgot the younger generation. We're talking
about like Lilith, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think she was a chef though.
None of you get that. None of you get that pop culture reference, do you?
Anyone get that reference? Anybody? We'll wait patiently. Lilith said, "No, I'm sarcasm. I'm sarcasm personified. Sarcasm personified. Oh my gosh."
Chef, South Park, suck on my chocolate salty balls.
Oh yeah, put them in your mouth, and suck them. Diddle it.
My salted chocolate balls must have rejuvenated him.
You got the best balls in the whole world, Chef.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Yeah.
So you got the reference. You just need a little warming up, Mistress.
It just says suck balls. I don't think suck on my chocolate salty balls. I think of something very different.
Well, you're not going to be able to suck tennis balls, are you, my dear?
You don't know what I can do. Jesus fucking Christ is right. Now you tell us all about this skill that you have. Oh, you're all shocking and I love it. Love it.
Folks, you can always count when the darkness is around. He will lower the content of any area he is involved in.
I owe Chopper Chops. I owe myself Chopper Chops, yes. But you also owe me Chopper Chops. Lilith owes me Chopper Chops.
Yes.
Will owe me Chopper Chops. Tootsie Pops.
Nugget,
Tootsie
you
Pop.
owe the Mistress Chopper Chop. Lilith, you owe the Mistress Chopper Chop. Or if you are international subscribers,
You fly me to the post office and just suck balls.
It's Tootsie Pops. It's Tootsie Pops.
But when I see you, I'll throw them at you. Can you not throw them at me? Can you put them in like a little, put them together like a little bouquet?
Yes.
That'd be nice.
Do you know?
Thanks.
Do you know that there is a shop in my city that actually does bouquets of Chopper Chops?
There's lots of them around. Normally, it's the same places that do like the chocolate bouquets and stuff like that. They do Chopper Chops. There's some of those are really cool. I used to send them to people all the time.
There's a donut shop. In the centre of the city. Yeah.
So I can't imagine that. Like, it's a lot of donuts. With how quickly donuts go stale, I can't eat that many donuts. And they don't freeze well. The icing goes weird.
So you're telling me you've never imbibed in illegal vegetative matter and then sat down and ate a whole box of Krispy Kreme?
I can honestly say I've never done exactly that.
No, I would have never have done that either.
No, we didn't have Krispy Kremes where I'm from. So I can logically say that that's not a thing. We didn't have Krispy Kremes to get.
When did Krispy Kreme open? 2003 in Sydney. First one was 03 at Penrith.
Yeah.
So when did they come to where you are?
They were here for a hot second. And then
now
they're at 7-Eleven. Now they're at 7-Elevens. Like service stations and shit.
But they're not as fresh.
No.
Yeah, they're not as fresh though.
Ooh, I got a whatever you wish.
They have to come over the water to get to us.
Yes, they're wet.
They ship them overnight from Melbourne.
They're wet. Oh my god. I'm a twat.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you very much for joining us for an evening of completely lowered social tones and morale. We hope you have enjoyed yourself thoroughly. Please come back and join us again in 2 weeks. Meanwhile, next Thursday being Thursday the 7th, please join the Mistress and myself as she does her radio spot with me. Thursday afternoons, 4:10, 7 Mid FM, which is 97.1 FM on the FM band across southern and central Tasmania, or 7midfm.com.au, our brand new website that is up and running, which also has a listen live link. Or you can also find us at iHeartRadio/7midfm. So come along and join us. The Mistress will be doing her social media commentary, and she is very, very good at it. So join us for the drive home, either tomorrow. If you would like to join us tomorrow, I'd love to have you along for your company from 3:30. Or if not, join us next Thursday for both the Mistress and myself as we do the drive home. Thank you very much, my dear good people, and good evening.
Beautiful. So thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the horror of the deep. We hope you enjoyed exploring the eerie mysteries and terrifying tales of the ocean's depths. But our journey into the darkness doesn't end here. Next fortnight, we'll be lighting fires of history as we delve into burning covens, witches of the ages. We'll uncover stories of witches throughout centuries, infamous trials, and the covens that practice their witchcraft in secret. Until then, stay curious, stay brave, and remember, the darkness is always closer than you think. See you next time on Mistress in the Darkness.